our garden wall. I hear the sirens call. You can have what you want. Yeah, you can have it all. Over our garden wall.
Hello there and welcome to episode 4 of Space Poddity, the music podcast that we've been doing to try and find out what our overall favourite David Bowie studio album is. Episode 4 now, so we've managed to get through 3 episodes. We are now at the semi-final/final stage on the stuff we're doing on X, which we'll come on to in a second. All good fun. So let me do some intros first. First of all, we have Colin Binney back. Hello Colin, how are we?
We're very well, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, hello. Double gigging recently, one a bit wetter than the other, I believe.
Yes, one very, very, very wet gig. In fact, the wettest gig I've been at since Bowie in 1983.
That's a nice link. Well done.
Mhm.
And that was the Damned, right?
That was the Damned at the bandstand, and it was very wet.
Was it worth
I
it?
don't think I've quite dried out yet.
Was it worth it?
Oh, they were very good, yeah. They were very good. But of course, they weren't getting wet because, well, apart from Monty, the keyboard player, because he had a hole in the roof just above him. So he
Right.
had an umbrella above his keyboard.
Very good. But you know, these rock stars are always protected, Caroline. You know.
Mhm.
No comment. Okay, we also have Colin McCready here. Hi, Colin. How you doing, mate?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Not bad, mate. Fresh from your trip to Govan at the weekend?
No, I missed the
not at
Bluebells.
Govan. All right. Okay, I
No.
thought you were Govan.
No, I was I went to the degree show at the art school. No, I was in charge of a dog all day on Saturday, and then
Right.
realised that I could have taken the dog to Govan
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
because the dogs were allowed, but I couldn't see if I didn't think they were.
And you've ticked another
That sounds
birthday.
like a euphemism to me, Colin.
Yeah, well, someone posted their dog watching the Bluebells, and I felt bad.
Absolutely. I'm surprised
Yeah,
Bobby
last
let you
time
away
I
with
took
that.
my dog to Govan, it was a black day.
And then you ticked another birthday off, Cole, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Well done,
birthday
mate.
this week. So
You're still the baby of the team, so
just
not at all. And also as well as Colin and Caroline, we've managed to get our special guest, Graham Skinner, back. Graham, good afternoon, mate.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for coming back on again.
My pleasure.
For everybody who's listened to the last couple, when we finished the last podcast, when we went off air, Graham then regaled us with a story about meeting Lou Reed in a toilet in New York. But he kind of went so far and drew the line, so I'm giving him the
You
opportunity.
can't exactly shake hands with somebody in the toilet. Do you know what I mean? It's just
as long as it was just his hand you were shaking.
that's the thing. Lou might have fancied something else because I was a pretty good-looking boy back then.
I'm
You
moving
still
on.
are.
Moving on
Oh,
swiftly.
no,
I'm sorry I raised it now. Right, okay, so thanks
Lou.
guys. Really appreciate that. So we're going to have a wee chat about the voting and stuff last weekend, which was good fun, and obviously we'll have a look towards the final. However, before we do that, we know you like your Bowie trivia, so we've got a little quiz for you to kick us off. And also the guys, I've mentioned a couple of guys that are watching have said they quite enjoy it, so I've actually done this one, so hopefully they can take part in it as well, if I can actually get it to work, so bear with me. Okay, just double checking again. Can you see that, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So
Very
empty slide. Bowie quiz. Perfect. Okay. So we've got 3 questions for you, right? And obviously one of you hopefully will come out on top on this one. Right, so let's go with question 1 then, right? So how many combined weeks were the 4 semi-final albums in the UK charts? So Station, Aladdin Sane, Hunky and Ziggy. If you added up all the weeks that were in the UK charts, how many weeks was it? 427, 377 or 477? Caroline?
I'll go B, down the middle.
B. Thank you. Colin?
I'll go A.
Okay. And Graham?
I know it sounds like we're making this up, but I'm going for C. And there's the proof.
Well, one of us is going to be right.
Yeah.
I hope, well, listen, I'm not too sure. I've probably messed it up. Okay, right, okay, that's question one. I'll do them all and then do the answers. Okay, question two. Right, how many different artists, including Bowie, play or sing on the 4 semi-final albums? So if you take those 4 albums, they've obviously got musicians on them, and they've got some singers and stuff. So how many different artists across the 4 albums are credited as playing or singing on them? A20, B18, or C16? Skin, give you first go at this one.
A20.
A20. Carling.
Yeah, I'll go 20 as well.
20. And Colin.
I'll go B18.
B18. Excellent. Like that. This is fantastic. And the last one, which is looks quite interesting. So what was the last song that Bowie sang live on stage? Okay. So it's a Fantastic Voyage, Wild as the Wind, or Changes. Colin, you go first, mate.
As a guess, I'm going to go B, Wild as the Wind.
Wild as the Wind, thank you. Carling?
I'm going to go A Fantastic Voyage because it's not a very obvious choice to be there, so maybe there's a reason for that.
You might be overthinking it, Caroline. Who knows? And Graham,
I'm going to go B as well.
for Wild
Wild
as
as the Wind.
Okay,
Yeah.
magic. Okay, cool. All right.
Call me a cab.
That's actually worked. Well done. Right. So, how many combined weeks for the 4 semi-finals? The answer was A, 427. And I scribbled it down. 24 weeks for Station to Station, which I'm quite surprised at. 84 for Aladdin Sane, 151 for Hunky Dory, and 168 for Ziggy. 427. So that was, I think that was Colin. Was he, weren't you, mate?
Yes.
Right, well done. Congratulations. How many different artists play, sing on the 4 albums? The answer to that was A, 20. So we had Caroline and Graham. Had that one right? You don't want me to go through them all, do you?
No.
Do you want us to go through them all?
So, yeah, go on then. How many can you shout out? Go on.
Rick Wakeman,
Rick Wakeman.
Trevor Boulder,
Uh-huh.
Mick
Judy
Ronson.
Woodmansey,
Uh-huh.
Mick Ronson,
Uh-huh. David Bowie.
Tony Visconti.
Mike Garson.
No, he's not on it.
He didn't play.
Not in those 4, no.
Mike Garson.
Yep.
Uh,
Earl Slick,
Dennis Dunbar.
Earl Slick,
Yeah.
Slick, definitely, yeah.
Robert Fripp.
No.
No. I think I was
Mark
told that.
Salamar,
Carlos Alomar, yep.
That's what I was trying to remember.
You got a couple more rhythm section, pretty prominent. George Murray, Dennis Davis.
I said Dennis Davis.
yeah, you did.
Sorry, mate, never heard you. I'll give you that one. Gets a bit harder after that, so I'm trying to see if there's any other obvious ones. You gave us Michael Garson, didn't you?
Yeah.
Who else? Rick Wakeman. Rick Wakeman plays on both Hunky and Ziggy. I always forget he played on an Easy, which is on the album. So. Okay, who else got? Ken Scott played on.
All right, okay.
Yeah, just one song, I think.
Obviously, he produced, so.
Yeah, and Roy Bittan played on Station to Station from the E Street Band. And there's a few singers, including a couple of sax players on Aladdin Sane, and who else we got? Linda Lewis was on Aladdin Sane as well, and Dana Gillespie was on Hunky Dory, and then a couple others I don't know. So there you are. Well, 20 all in. Not bad, is it?
Good question.
Thank you. It's actual research, that. And the last question, okay, so what was the last song Bowie sang on stage? The answer to that is Changes. I don't think anybody got that.
No.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Okay, so that's a no then. So let me see. I've got one. So yeah, I mean, believe it or not, you've all got one right each. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
but it was a draw.
I don't. Okay, I don't have a tiebreaker, right, but I'll ask you. I was going to give you a PS to the live thing. So that last Bowie thing, he played a 3-song set on some sort of fundraising thing in America with Alicia Keys, and that was the 3 songs that they played, and Changes was the last song. And he never played live after that. However, he did sing live on stage once more after that. So technically, that's probably his last performance. It was the year after, 2007. Any idea what that might be?
Was it something at Live 8?
I'll give you a clue. It's connected to a TV show.
Oh,
Exactly.
No.
I'm kidding on.
Yeah.
That
Would it be
Bones.
Blank on this.
wouldn't have been Peaky Blinders, would it? No.
No, it was Extras, Ricky Gervais.
Oh yeah, of course.
And do you
With
remember
Gerard
what
Kelly.
yeah, do you remember he plays the song and he sings the Little Fat Man
Yeah.
song? So he was asked to introduce Ricky Gervais when he was playing at Madison Square Garden. And he came on and did that, but then started singing the Little Fat Man song. And all the crowd were all joining in and stuff. And then Gervais comes on as the crowd are all singing the song. So I guess strictly speaking, that was his last one. So
Right.
there you are. So all that effort and it was a tie. I'll have to come up with someone else to final. All right. Leave that one with me.
I'll
All right.
have to be quick. It'll be a quick draw one then.
It will be. Absolutely. I'm running out of questions, to be honest. Right, okay, so let's jump back to the quiz and stuff. And we'll have a chat about a couple of other things as well towards the end of this. So we had the final and a semi-final, sorry, and we ended up with, 2 fairly clear winners, and probably, I guess, the favourites before we started. Well, certainly in sort of popularity, Hunky and Ziggy. Hunky 70% of the vote and Ziggy 66%. What was your original thoughts on that, Caroline?
I wasn't surprised at the 2 albums that won, but I was a wee bit surprised that the winning margin was so high. I would have expected them to be a wee bit closer than they were.
Yeah, I thought Aladdin Sane would get a bit closer to Hunky Dory. I'm not sure why, like Genie and stuff. I thought maybe because usually it's got the ones that's got the kind of really popular songs on it that tends to pick the votes up. But it was just always well ahead. Colin, what was your take on the votes?
A bit like Caroline, I was pretty sure that was how it would end up. It's going to be pretty close, I think, in the final. It's, both sort of scored similar. I think it worked out the way I was expecting.
Yeah, me too. Skin, no surprises?
It's not a surprise whatsoever. I think that's the 2 albums that I thought would get to the final. And I think the reason maybe is one followed the other, and it was when he really started hitting his stride. And so a lot of people will have got into those albums first, in the same way that my favourite Echo and the Bunnymen albums are the first 2. Do you know what I mean? Even though they probably became better songwriters as they went on, I still love those albums because they were my entry point, and I think that's a big thing for people.
Yeah, that's a fair comment. And also they were popular. I think we mentioned about the weeks in the charts and stuff. So those 2 were, easily the ones that were kicking about for the longest. So I guess
they're brilliant albums. I mean, they deserve to be there. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you noticed, so we did a couple of polls and stuff, and we gave the guys a chance to predict the finalists, and I think we had maybe 25 guys do it. So we actually had Kate Taylor Knott, he came up with votes that were the closest out of them all. So I think he had 68 for Hunky and 62 for Ziggy, which is pretty good. So he's got a prize once I can get a hold of him and work out what he wants, kind of Bowie book or something to him. So well done for that. And I might as well just call out Mike Scott as well, because Mike actually predicted Hunky Dory's percentage on the money, but his other guess was rubbish. So He doesn't get in with that. And as a PS to that as well, do you remember, was it last week we were chatting about Mike Scott and Lloyd Cole
Yeah,
having a bit of
Yes.
and did you see Lloyd ended up doing a kind of blog?
Yeah, you've created
Yes.
a monster, Brian.
I know.
It was good.
It's really good, the blog. If you haven't read it, grab 20 minutes and read it. It's very much a Lloyd review. He does kind of take his time and go through it, but it's really interesting, his take on the albums. I think he's done up to Station to Station, I think. And then he's doing the second one, which isn't out yet, or like the latter half, the Berlin stuff and whatever. So yeah, it's a really good reading. He cites the Mike Scott chat on With the Circle and stuff. So
Yes, I saw that. Well done. That's great.
there you go. Yeah, and influencing culture here.
You are.
And obviously we end up with these two belters. I actually went and dug mine out because I think I said to Caroline, I still haven't found Station to Station yet. But I've definitely got these bad boys. That's a reissue. I had that and then lost it and had to buy it again. But that one's, I don't know how old that is. That's really old. So
Well, I've got mine as well, and the Ziggy one's quite interesting. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but it's actually signed by Woody Woodmansey.
I can see that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Where'd you get that?
Very nice writing.
Where'd you get that?
When his book came out, he did a Q&A in the concert hall. I think it was part of the I Write Festival.
Yeah.
And he was lovely, really happy to chat to everybody and sign stuff. So no, it was great.
Love that. If I take some of these up to the Holy gig, will they sign them if I do a groupie thing at the door?
No, they don't tend to do that. They had, the last time I saw them, they had signed set lists, but they were for sale.
Oh, of course, right? Of course. I don't know. You don't sell signed set lists, Skin, do you?
I would if I could. There's not much of a market for it, Brian.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
So if anybody wants one.
Yeah, save one for us. Yeah, we'll happily pay for it. So we've got the finals there. So what's your take on that? I'm obviously going to ask you for predictions on it. First of all, favourite songs from either or both album. Skin, what songs jump out at you?
I mean, from Ziggy, it's really hard because I almost feel like it's just one big song. Do you know? I know it sounds nuts, right? It's so much of a piece for me. But I really love Moonage Daydream and Starman.
Okay, and from Hunky?
Hunky, it's got to be Life on Mars.
Got to be, mate.
But All You Pretty Things is really brilliant. It's quite a dark song wrapped up in a very pretty sort of, parcel. So
we were talking about the Peter Noon version last week, I think, weren't we?
I just don't. I don't know it. I was wondering what it's like. So I should maybe go on YouTube and try and check it out.
Yeah, I'll share it. It's fine. It's more real. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's not.
It's like, I wonder if it's like that thing, like he doesn't really, they're just singing it as a song. He doesn't really think about what it means or anything, in the same way that, like, if you hear Glenn Campbell's version of Galveston, there's a totally different feeling from Jimmy Webb, who wrote it, and it's like a really dark song when he sings it, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Caroline, favourite songs?
Hunky Dory would be Queen Bitch. Just with the Mick Ronson guitar on it.
Right.
And also the little sleeve note that says some VU white light returned with thanks.
Yeah, it does. Yes, I saw that. Really nice nod. Yeah, and is that the kind of jumping off point for Ziggy, do you think? Queen Bitch?
I think so, but
It feels like, maybe, I don't know the order they wrote stuff, but it feels as if that was them kicking into that, that next batch of songs.
I think they had written quite a lot of Ziggy before they recorded Hunky Dory, because Hunky Dory was supposed to be a sort of kind of stopgap album, and all the kind of creative energy was going into Ziggy.
Right. Okay.
See, I always feel like Hunky Dory's, I mean, it's really brilliant, but I always feel like it's kind of, it doesn't have that uniformity, like Ziggy has, Station to Station has, Heroes. It feels a bit more like, there's no the consistency's not there. But the songwriting's all brilliant. Don't get me wrong, and the playing's all great, but it's not. It doesn't have the same atmospheres are kind of different.
Yeah, absolutely. Colin, what jumps out at you, mate?
Life on Mars from Dory.
Of course.
It's just magnificent. I used to dance around my living room in Perth, miming to it when I was about 12.
Do you want to? I can put it on if you want to reenact that.
Yeah, I could through the medium of dance.
I bet your mum and dad were surprised when you got married.
Yeah, to a woman.
Moving on.
And, well, obviously Starman in 5 years, but I also love Rock and Roll Suicide.
Yeah,
I think it's a brilliant last track.
yeah.
It's a great song.
See, sorry, I just wanted to say, see the opening lines in those songs. They're all so brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm an alligator. I'm a mama, papa coming for you. What was your one again? Time takes a cigarette.
Time takes a cigarette. Oh,
Yeah.
what a line!
It's like Raymond Chandler or something. It's fantastic.
It's magnificent.
Magnificent. But doubling back to the Lloyd album review stuff, he actually calls out, I think it's 5 years. He says it's only when you go back and listen to it again that you realise what a brave song it was to start the album with. It's not, there's no like kind of big bang thing to it. It's the total opposite of what you expect. And then obviously the album kind of, as you say, Graham, it takes you away on a journey, but as an entry point, it's kind of very understated, so.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I guess that's the genius, right? Cool. All right, there we are. Thanks very much for that. So I'll come out then. We can have a wee chat about the final. So tell me then, guys, we've got a final. We've got probably the two heavy hitters that are up against each other. And Colin said earlier, it should be fairly tight, I guess, all things being equal. But you're going to tell me that now. So, Caroline, who's going to win the final? And give us a guess at your percentage, please.
Well, I hope Ziggy wins it, but I think Hunky Dory probably will. And I think it'll be 65 to Hunky Dory.
65 to Hunky. Okay. Graham?
I think that Ziggy might just edge it. 52-48.
Oh, wow. Nail biter, mate. Nail biter. That'll be a World Cup fever if that happens. And Colin?
I think Ziggy's going to win it.
Okay.
And I'm going to go 58-42.
58 for Ziggy?
Yep.
Lovely, thank you. And while I've got you all on, then we'll do a third and fourth place vote, just because we're going to do one anyway over the weekend. So Aladdin saying the Station, just call out who's going to win that one. Caroline? Station. Graham?
I want Station to win, but I think Aladdin will win.
Okay, thank you. And Colin?
Aladdin saying.
Aladdin. Cool. As ever, recorded for posterity, so we'll check back on that and see how we do.
Cast that back to us.
Of course I will. But sometimes it's good cast back. Sometimes you do well. I think last week, Skin and Colin, you got the two finalists, I think, predicted. I think, Caroline, did you pick Station to Station?
I did.
Yeah, thought you did.
More in hope than expectation.
You made me double back there, so. So there you are. So sometimes we do get it right. Cool. All righty. And so we'll get it out there hopefully this weekend, if not next one. We'll see how the time goes on that one. And just
remember it's the World Cup.
Exactly. So I was thinking
to get lost.
Cup of Bowie, Colin.
Pardon?
It's the World Cup of Bowie.
Oh, that's true.
I was wondering whether we should run a poll like overnight, like when the Scotland game's on against Haiti.
That's quite a good idea.
See how that one goes. But you guys all have to stay up and take part and stuff, right?
Well, I'll be up anyway.
You get some tasty chat, so I'd imagine it would be pretty volatile depending on how the game's going, so we'll see. We'll get it out, definitely. So not this weekend, hope for the next one. Okay. How's Scotland going to do then? Since we're on a roll then, how's Scotland going to do in their first game against Haiti? Graham?
I think it might edge a 2-1 win.
I'm going to write this down as well. This is great. 2-1. Okay. Colin?
3-0.
3-0 Haiti?
No, Scotland.
Go on, Caroline, put it right.
Ooh, I just hope they score quickly.
That's so
Whenever
that.
the score ends up, I just want them to score quickly to
Yep.
put us all out of our misery.
Okay, I'll say one. I'll say one
Sitting there
nothing.
until the 75th minute for a 1-0 win just wouldn't be good at all.
Oh.
2-1 Scotland.
2-1 Scotland. Oh, I hope you are all right. Any one of those will do me for sure. That'd be wonderful. The other thing I was going to mention was that we put a request for playlist cover versions last weekend. If you remember, we chatted a bit about that. So had some really nice stuff over the weekend on X, which I'm still ploughing through. There's about 60 odd different songs / albums that we were given. I knew quite a lot of them. Certainly there's a few I'd never heard of. So we'll make some sense out of all that, and we'll definitely get a playlist together probably this weekend again and get that out there. I did like the Motorhead version of Heroes. I've stuck that on my own wee playlist because it's very kind of reserved for Motorhead. It's not an overkill version. It's more like a kind of heavy rock type version of it, but it's really good. So yeah, I know he's gave us some on that, so we'll make sure we double those back in as well. So yeah, really good. Thanks to everybody for doing that as well.
No problem.
Okay. Have we got any other Bowie stuff to mention? I think we've covered everything, haven't we?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was just my pal Renzo sent me a WhatsApp picture of some NME covers of Bowie, and it just reminded me of like what an unbelievably photogenic man he was. I don't think there's ever been anybody more photogenic than him. So I just wanted to say that, it's quite a big thing, you know. All his image, I think it's hugely important. So
Totally, mate. And
Yes,
Caroline, you've got a Bowie calendar, haven't you?
I have got a Bowie calendar, and
Yeah.
it's a pleasure to turn it over to a new month and see a new David every few weeks.
This was a cheekbones month, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's all cheekbones. I mean, that was part of his mystique, those cheekbones.
Ken, can you share the enemy pictures? Can you put them on
aye.
X or something? Or
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Or send them me, Graham, and I'll stick them out, mate. If that's
Okay.
easier for you.
that'd be cool to see.
Yeah, that'd be magic. Magic, that's great. And okay, we'll see how the finals go. And before we finish that one, because that's been really enjoyable, we were all chatting just before we come on there, because when we recorded this, we heard not that long before it that Brian McFie had passed away. Songwriter, kind of guitarist extraordinaire, good guy. So I think it was fairly sudden. I think we're all just kind of picking that one up now. So any particular nods or respects to Brian that anyone wants to shout out?
And obviously it's a big shock, and just really sad and sorry to hear such a thing. And
So you saw him just recently, Graham, didn't you?
I didn't know him very well, Brian, at all. Like, not as well as a lot of people. So it's hard for me to really speak. But yes, just at the last night from Glasgow, and he just seemed absolutely fine. And it's like, so that's one of the reasons it's so shocking. If you don't see somebody for a while, and that happens but if you've just seen him a couple of weeks ago, and you're like, my God, it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I know you saw him as well, quite recently as well.
Twice I saw him at the last night thing, which I think, Colin, were you chatting to him as well?
Yeah, so obviously I've been going to see Brian since 1987, 88 with the Big Dish.
Yeah.
And obviously they reformed maybe about 10 years ago. I've seen him play with James Grant, seen him played with Lowland Slacks, Countess of Fife. And yeah, it was nice. I had a quick wee blether with him at the last night from Glasgow, and he was such a lovely guy. He came to see me in a couple of plays, and he waited in the bar afterwards and had a wee chat as well. And his artwork as well is amazing. I noticed looking back that he's got a book of his art out that I think you can actually get in Waterstones and things. So right. I think I might make an effort to go and get that, because as I say, he was a great guitarist and an absolute gentleman as well.
Yeah, no, thanks for all that. And did he play with the Bluebells at one point?
Yeah,
he definitely did. Yeah,
yeah. Bobby,
I think it was some live gigs, maybe like Party in the Park type things.
Bobby posted out. I was just sort of
Yeah.
flicking through, and
Yeah, no, I definitely saw him play. I think it was maybe when Douglas or James Kirk it was between those
Right.
points. But yeah, I definitely saw him play with the Bluebells as well.
Bobby posted out, the Bluebells are heartbroken to hear of the passing of our friend and former guitarist Brian McFie, a brilliant guitarist who played so many of the best musicians in the UK and was a truly gifted painter. Our thoughts are with his family, which was really nice. Caroline, any particular?
Well, I'm just, I mean, just echoing what everybody else said, and it was such a shock because it's less than 2 weeks since I saw him playing in the Voodoo Rooms with the Countess of Fife, and it was a fantastic show. So the thought that they're not going to be able to play with that lineup again and that he's gone is incredibly sad.
Totally sad. I think you saw him at Voodoo Rooms, and I was there a couple of nights later at the Glad Cafe, I think. And you're so close, aren't you, as well, when you're in these venues, and he was having a ball. So I suppose that's a nice memory as well. So Faye posted, I am devastated and shocked to hear that my dear friend and Countess guitarist Brian McFie has passed away. Love and prayers to his partner Elaine and all his family and friends. Brian, I loved you. Sweet journey, sweet friend. So seems a nice way to finish it off. And also, I'm guessing the kind of guitarist that Bowie would probably have liked. Big on style and image, and pretty cool guy, right? So Gallus, mate. Yeah, that's exactly the word. Thanks for that. Okay, lovely. Thanks for those. I really appreciate those words. That's lovely. Cool. Have we missed anything? Any more? Cool.
Wait for a great.
Let's get the final on, and we'll obviously reconvene and have a chat about everything that we've done, and maybe do some final Bowie stuff to finish off. And we'll do our tiebreaker for the panel quiz as well, which is
and Skinner will give us a song.
Yes.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Well, now Colin's called this out. One of the other things that off-air Graham insisted that he wanted to do was to sing a little song for us, if and when we got to the end. So I'm giving him every chance.
Next week?
Yeah, that's next week, mate. Correct.
I can't play. I've got a cat on me.
I'm giving you every chance to be double booked for the next one, Graham. Okay. So I think hopefully we might persuade Graham to strum a little bit of one of the Bowie songs that he's happy to have a go at, which would be a lovely way to finish the whole thing off. So thanks for calling that out, Colin. Save me doing it, mate. Okay. And again, thanks to all of you for joining in, and for the guys that are voting through and taking some chat stuff on Twitter. It's really, really good fun as well. Cool. All right. Thanks everyone for your time, and we will catch you soon. Take care. All the best.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Over our garden wall, I hear the sirens call. You can have what you want. Yeah, you can have it all. Over our garden wall.